Governor, look at borrow your high heels?
They always told me I was too short for politics. I think they're right. Our next roaster is the state minority leader, James Pate Phillip, in Springfield. He is known, and there is a story abounds, that he has extremely broad shoulders on which he carries all the Republican senators. What they failed to tell you is the rest of them spills over into the aisle.
Pick up the microphone again.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I can remember almost 2 years ago when I came to your first fundraiser when you decided to become a Republican, and damn it, it was long overdue. And it was a cold December night.
Yeah.
And my wife and I had been at a party in Medina and driven all the way out, and you had 13 or 14 people there at least. And at $5 a couple. And I'm certainly happy to be here tonight because certainly you found the secret to having a successful fundraiser. And I guess that's probably being elected as a state senator. And I'm glad I wasn't the MC, because listening to all those ethnic names, I'd have never cut it. It's taken me 2 years to pronounce Dudycz and learn how to spell it. D-U-D-Y-C-Z. And I will probably never forget it. Walter, I want to give you the good news first, and that is that we found Rock Hudson's wallet. The bad news is, Walter, your picture was in it.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
No personal, no personal.
That's dirty. That's dirty. It's not true, Oksana.
Well, you know what they say about police officers. I'm being nice about it.
You may not get out of here alive.
You know, most of the people who are creative on the governor's staff came from my staff. He has stolen most of my employees over the 5 years that I have been the minority leader simply by money. He offers them twice as much as I pay him.
Right.
And you know what? They leave me like a dirty shirt. And I looked up and tried to find out when Walter was born, because I was going to give him the Chinese horoscope tonight. And he was born, of course, yesterday in 1950. And that makes him the year of the tiger. Chinese tiger, that is. And you know, there's about 3 or 4 pages, and I'm going to give you a break tonight because I understand he's got about 307 roasters. And I'm going to give you the first and the last. The tiger is critical and undisciplined. He has a hot temper and is always in a revolt against authority. You ought to be in my Republican caucuses. You would realize what revolt is. He's in the thick of it whenever there's a revolution, and in fact, he is the leader. Well, I hate to tell you, that's probably pretty accurate. I'm going to skip all the rest of this stuff and give the last one. In fact, this warrior is sensitive. That's certainly a matter of opinion. Emotional, capable of profound thought. I'm trying to remember the last time he had some interesting thought, but it was very difficult because most of the time he was eating popcorn.
You're right.
I don't know what else he was thinking about. Occasionally he'd throw me over a couple of. He's capable of great love, but his love is too passionate. Well, I'm not sure about that either. And he is rarely in love. Well, I'm not sure that's true, but it says here in the lab, but he's a man of luck. And that's the understatement of the year. But I'll tell you one thing. Let's think of some of the other people who are in the year of the Chinese. Marilyn Monroe. Lachi. Great fighters who were tigers. You'll love this. Ho Chi Minh. I know that Walter's on the other side, I think. Karl Marx. I'll tell you one thing, I got it on the dictionary, I didn't have a thing to do with it. In General de Gaulle, at least there's 1 out of the 3 we can recognize. And I suppose, Walter, we ought to say, oh, Ukrainians never die, they just smell that way.
Hey, Papa!
I just want you to know
You're in trouble.
that I don't know a lot of Ukrainians. And very honestly, this is the first one that's ever been elected to the Senate, either as a Republican or the other party. And so now I have been intimidated for 2 years by Ukrainians. And it has not been easy, I will tell you that. But I'll tell you one thing. I have been very, very happy and impressed with Walter Dudycz. He's been a breath of fresh air from the city of Chicago. As you know, he's the first Republican senator elected in a long, long time.
More out there.
We're going to elect a few more this coming November.
That's right.
But I will tell you one thing, he is a gentleman. He's hardworking, he's always there, he's there when we need him. And I'm going to tell you one thing, send me about 10 more Ukrainians from the city of Chicago.